Netflix really believed people would be perfectly fine with their new Cleopatra docuseries, and we haven't been. It's like they expected people to be okay with their historical revisionism, and people clearly aren't. They have had to hide comments on the official trailer, have shut comments off because all of the backlash they've faced, and now they are actually being sued over this awful series. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. So starting off with this Newsweek article, Netflix sued for depicting Cleopatra as black. Now, I have talked about this in a few different videos, and they will be linked down below, but this situation has been a nightmare for them. They thought that people were going to enjoy this series, that they wouldn't take it too seriously, yet we have been. They have marketed this as a documentary, okay? They are presenting everything in this as fact, when of course, it's not. It says an Egyptian lawyer on Sunday filed a lawsuit over Netflix's upcoming Queen Cleopatra, accusing the streaming service of erasing the Egyptian identity for depicting the ruler as a black woman. They submitted the legal complaint with Egypt's public prosecutor following the recent release of a trailer for the docudrama series, which premieres May 10th. So this hasn't even come out yet. This doesn't come out for a few more weeks, yet of course, the initial trailer blew up. It's got over 2 million views on YouTube at this point, and Netflix has been hiding after this. They have not released any other teasers or trailers for it. They haven't posted at all on their social media about it, and I mean, they shut the comments off because of the backlash they were facing. His filing not only requested legal action to be taken against the makers of the show, but for Netflix to be shut down in Egypt. Now, I don't necessarily think that that is going to happen because it is very hard to get a whole service, banned from a region. I just don't think that it's going to be completely shut down in Egypt, but I do think that this is going to make waves for them. Adele James, a British actress who is of mixed race, stars as the Queen in the upcoming Netflix production, and Jada Pinkett Smith serves as the executive producer of the series, and she is quoted in the material from Netflix saying, "We don't often get to see or hear stories about black queens, and this was really important to me, as well for my daughter. Now, I would love to see more series about black queens, but unfortunately, this isn't one of them. Cleopatra was not a black individual." I did talk about this in my other videos, so I'm not going to go too in-depth to her history here, but Cleopatra was of Macedonian heritage, and she was fair-skinned from everything we know. This has not been really a debated topic until more recently because there was Renaissance art that depicted her with darker skin, and it started a theory. But that's all that this really is a theory. It's not enough to put in a whole documentary and to present as fact. There are so many historical African figures they could do a series like this on that would be genuinely entertaining and interesting. A lot of people don't know a lot of historical events or figures from Africa, and this would have been a perfect chance to tell those stories, and it would benefit all of us so that we can learn more about the continent, but instead they decided to do this, which is just so insulting. The article goes on to say that when asked about Cleopatra in regards to the upcoming Netflix series, Catherine Bard, a professor of archaeology and classical studies at Boston University, told Newsweek that we don't know what color Cleopatra's skin was, and unless her mummy is found, unlikely, and DNA can be analyzed from it, we will never know. That is true, but at the same time, we have so much evidence pointing to the fact that she was lighter skinned. It says one theory is that Cleopatra's mother came from a family of the priests of Memphis, which would have made her half Egyptian, and the filing reportedly does not delve into such intricacies, but instead claims that Netflix is damaging Egypt's history. Now, since the series is already filmed and they're ready to put it out on their service, there's no way they're going to just outright cancel it here, but there is a chance it could be delayed or outright canceled in Egypt because of the lawsuit and their laws. It wouldn't be delayed here since it's not filed here, but either way, they're probably not happy that they may not be able to release it in a single region. Some people also think it could be delayed here, but that would only be in response to the social media backlash, which they don't really seem to care about. And just taking a quick look at the YouTube video itself, it has 2.3 million views. It has been up for 9 days, and it's got 25,000 likes to 294,000 dislikes, meaning most people who are seeing it completely disagree with this series and are upset with the fact that Netflix would do this. And instead of allowing people to discuss this and, share their thoughts and opinions, Netflix, of course, turned the comments off, which is such a lame thing to do. And it really only makes the situation worse for them because, of course, when you try to silence people, they end up becoming louder. It's a Streisand effect because while yes, we can't comment here on this YouTube video, people are taking to social media to voice how upset they are over this. Netflix actually has a strong black lead Twitter account that, of course, as you could guess, tweets about the strong black leads that they have, and it says, from the executive producer Jada Pinkett Smith comes a new docuseries exploring the lives of iconic African queens, and of course, Queen Cleopatra is on this, and people are saying things like, I am an actual Egyptian, my family lives in Egypt, I have spent a lot of time in Egypt, this is total BS. This has nothing to do with empowering black people. Actually, it's the opposite. It's a history theft. You need to respect nations, civilizations, and history. Everyone is viewing this as them completely disrespecting this nation and its history. Of course, this has turned into a giant meme because people are saying we should cast someone like Ryan Gosling as Barack Obama. We should cast, Christian Bale as Obama. Why don't we, cast Mark Wahlberg as Muhammad Ali? Because you guys are willing to throw away history, so why don't we just keep doing that? Netflix isn't going to get out of this one very easily. More people are starting to see this situation and talk about it, and it was actually trending on Twitter for a little while after it was initially announced that Netflix was being sued, but yes, I don't see this going away for them anytime soon, and we could see a potential delay of this series now that they're being sued over it. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and of course found it important and informative, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.